But just to review where we are, okay? So I want you guys to do that Ran, which is on what daf is it on your thing? The Ran? Tezvav Maves, right? Mine is Mem Gimel and Daf Rif. All right. Anyway, so let me just where we were yesterday, and then straight ahead bridges into this issue today. Okay, regardless if you did the Ran or not. Point is like this. Yesterday, I forced down your throat an assumption on purpose. That's the advantage I have because I'm the Navi. I always know what's ahead. Always know what's ahead. So I told you guys it makes sense to say that there's two separate what? Even then I know. So
when will the cowboy?
My intuition's in line with the prophecy. So Navi Sheker, Chas v'Chalila. You know, by the way, all right. So the first thing is to say that what I forced down your throats was the notion that it would make sense to say that Garf and Katum are really two separate methods. So I'm explaining to you what this diagram is. What's the objective? Why do we restrict the use of the HaKirah of heating up food in Erev Shabbos? Because we're afraid, what's the guy going to do? Stoke the coals, okay? So now, Chazal present two methods, right? Garf, which means removing the coals, and Katam, which means putting ashes, okay?
I would say removing them.
There are no coals there. Well, okay, so what's the Ran say? The Ran says that means...
It's not all of them. They're bringing all of them. It's just moving to the side.
No, not the Balmor. I'm saying the Ran's first assumption. The Ran's first way of learning is what? The Ran's saying, how would you normally learn this? Remove all the coals, okay? And yet, I think one of you guys was bothered by that, or maybe a couple of days ago. It's like a funny thing because how does it accomplish Shema Yachta? I mean, it does. You're not going. If you're concerned about someone stoking coals and you remove all the coals, well, duh. Of course, that's going to remove the concern about stoking coals because there's no coals to stoke. It's like a funny gzera. In other words, you got to understand what's bothering the Balmor. What's bothering the Balmor is what kind of gzera is to say, okay, there are two methods. And one of them accomplishes the objective, even though it's not. There's no chashash that you can even speak of. Here, there's still a chashash. You understand why? Here, because what? Because we'll get lost in the Ran.
It would be like saying.
Fine. So now the thing's like this. Now, what does the Balmor do? Okay, so the Balmor comes up with this. So I'll present the chart, and then we'll look at the Balmor inside. What's a chart? What do I write it this way for? Because the Balmor is going to say everyone agrees the concern is Shema Yachta. And there is something called Garuf. What's Garuf? What's complete Garuf? You're just removing the coals, but it has nothing to do with Shema Yachta. You can't tell me the Chazal are going to come up with a method that removes a chashash if it's self-evident that there's nothing to have a chashash about. It just doesn't make any sense. But it is, according to Balmor. Right? So therefore, what does he have to learn? And this is the key move. He has to say that it's always about Hesach Hadas. And now there's just two methods to bring about Hesach Hadas. One is putting ashes over the embers, and the other is taking the coals and putting it to the side.
So the side is pushed away.
As opposed to taking them out. Okay? Side versus taking it out. So taking it out, no duh, of course, there's no chiddush there. But he's saying, what's the chiddush? This time out produces Hesach Hadas. So what you have to answer is, how is pushing the coals to the side accomplishing, I'm going to say this carefully, a similar objective of Hesach Hadas as Tima? It can't be the same, because if it were the same, then you wouldn't call Garf. You would just say it's Tima part 2. Right. So there's something that makes this different. It accomplishes its objective, but it's not the same method.
So just seeing it's not enough?
No. He says like this. He says, V'chenim Garf kol g'cham v'hotzim l'chutz. So if you went ahead and swept away all the coals and brought them outside, lo shna HaKirah v'lo shna tanor. Mutar l'shos l'hach shesham kol davar. Right? So the Balmor is saying, if I take out all the coals, there's nothing to worry about. There is no gzera. The gzera can never apply to something that you can accomplish by removing any chashash whatsoever. There has to be some reality to it. So rather, what does he say? He says, "B'goref ha'gechalim l'tzad echadhu." That's what you have to do. In other words, to accomplish garf, you sweep them to the side. So I have a very simple question.
This is who?
This is the Balmor.
Morakatan or?
Morakatan, right here. I just read from him. He Tzvi knows where the spot is. Right. So the question is, The question is, how does that work? What's happening? And the drawing is key, by the way. What's happening when you do that?